Okay, well, I've now dressed the extra wax off the back of the ring, and we've got a nice flat surface, no holes in the weld. So we go and look at the results on the front there, and we can see that in the odd place the weld metal has dropped right through into the front of the ring. So we'll just bamboo skewer job just to take off those globules of extra wax. So in some places we've got extra wax, and in some places like this you can see we've got a slight gap. And to blend the two, and this is why we're using this grade of wax, this softer modelling wax, to blend the two, we can burnish. That's using this little hard spherical point. We can burnish the base of the wax, so you're pressing gently down onto the base, and that is stretching the wax, pushing it out towards the side where it will push up against the vertical wall. Effectively closing the seam. Okay, right. Well, we've got the tray complete, and we've moulded a couple of leaves, and we've filed the flash plus the leaf down to fit the tray. It'd be quite a coincidence if you've got a mould that's just going to be the right size. You'll almost certainly have to file the leaves just gently to get them to fit. With a little bit of prying. There we are, I've got them just flush there. What I'm going to do now is to use the small stitcher to weld the leaves together and onto the base of the tray. Just lock them in gently and just check to make sure that position's about right. Okay, the leaves are in position. I'm going to weld now the outer of the leaf into the tray. The plan here was to use the harder injection wax for the leaf and the flower, so we keep the profile of the leaf intact and fuse the side wall of the heart down to provide the weld bead. Okay, well that's got the two leaves welded in. I've got a continuous seam all the way around the outside of the shape. Now that doesn't add anything to the aesthetics of the design. It makes it look a little bit stamped out rather than a discrete leaf. But if you have any spaces under the leaf, then the investment can creep in, giving you a very thin film of investment, which once the wax has melted away is no longer supported, and that investment then can break off and form inclusions in the casting. So I found it's best to weld the separate pieces in to prevent any ingress of the investment. And the next thing to do is to soften the wax right in the centre, puddle it out to make space for the little rose flower, which was going pretty well central on the leaves like that. So we're going to depress the centre of the leaves now to make way for the rose. Using the back of the small spoon just to make a seat for the flower. If you don't do this, the flower is very prominent and makes the ring not really wearable. Catches on everything. Okay, let's see how she sits in. Yes, I think that'll be all right. Okay, we'll now have a go at welding the rose into the centre. Right, I'll just drop the rose in on the central position. I'm going to now stitch weld the top petal to the leaf at the bottom. To tack it, and do the same thing at the bottom in the space between the leaves. If you try to weld anywhere else on the leaves, you'll lose the detail of the leaf. That's it, I think.